What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting the Honda Shadow build. Not the bobber build, but we're just starting. Real quick, if any of you guys need lemons, hit me up on Instagram, because we got a whole lot of fucking lemons. Look how perfect they look. Man. Woo! Hit me up, guys. $1 a lemon. Anyways, let's go take a look at the Shadow. We're leaking some oil, but it's okay. All I gotta do is get this thing running properly, start the bobber build, and then once we're done with that, we're gonna pull the motor out, rebuild it, put it back in, so that we can have a nice, reliable, nice looking bike. That's the plan, guys. Let me show you guys what she sounds like. Oh shit. One day I'm gonna forget to take this out and I'm just gonna fall over my forks. There you go. Whoa! Did you guys hear that? Sorry, Roy. Roy got hella scared. Roy, inside, come here. Alright, she sounds good. At idling, she sounds perfectly fine, but when you're actually riding the bike, that's when it starts to ride and sound like shit. So she sounds fine right now, but when we're on the road, she doesn't sound so good. I'll show you guys when we head to the warehouse. But I switched out the spark plugs. Apparently there's 4 spark plugs. I figured if there was 2 cylinders, there's only 2 spark plugs, but there's one right here, one right here hidden in the back, one right here, and then one hidden in the back right over here. So there's 4 total. When I switched out the spark plugs, I only switched out 2. It made the bike run a little bit better, but then once I found out that there was 2 more, I bought 2 more, switched it out, and it does sound a little bit better, but it still hasn't fixed the issue yet. The plan for today's video will be to take off the gas tank, pull out the carburetor, we'll clean it, inspect it, check out the jets, check out the float bowl to see if there's any gunk in any of that, because I think that's one of the main reasons why I am backfiring and losing power and all that kind of stuff. Before we do that, I got a flathead right here, and let me show you guys. Right there's a brass flathead, and basically you can turn it clockwise or counterclockwise, and when you turn it clockwise, it will basically let less air in, and so that you'll run more rich. And if you do it counterclockwise, which will loosen this screw, you will basically run more lean. And that's basically how you tune a bike. You don't have all the fancy computer stuff, so tuning a bike is pretty simple. It's just that you just adjust the screw, and once it performs right, then you're basically done. Since this is a dual carburetor, we do have another brass screw on the other side. I would have to take out the airbox first to show you guys. I'll do that later. So we're gonna drive this to the warehouse, tune it at the same time, see if we can fix it. If that doesn't fix the issue, once we get to the warehouse, we can pull off the gas tank, get to the carburetor, clean that, put it back in, and then see if that fixes it. All right, here is the airbox. I already stripped some of the screws. Okay, 1, 2. This one's not gonna come off. All right, we got the filter off. Now you get the 10 mil. And loosen up these 2 screws up here. Now that we got the airbox taken out, if you guys look right there in the center of the screen, there's that air fuel mixture screw. So now that we got everything off, let's head to the warehouse and tune the bike at the same time. So let's go. Yeah. Okay. Bike's on. Oh no. There you go. So I read on the forums that the best place to start off with an air fuel mixture is 2.5 turns out, and then you make your adjustments accordingly. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it all the way in and bring it out 2.5. Half, 1, 1/2, 2, 2.5. Let's do the same to the other side. Half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. Yeah. Put this in my pocket. We're gonna make some more adjustments. gas on. All right, we out. Let's go. Whoa. Woo. You guys hear that? Loud ass pop. All right, guys, not that far from the house. Let's bring it out another half a turn. I hope we make it to the warehouse. Running like shit. I think we're gonna have to make some more adjustments. I think we're currently at 3 turns out, so let's do 3.5. All right, let's start over. We were at we started off with 2.5. We gave it, oh, I guess there's smoke coming out of here. Started off with 2.5. We gave it another half. Let's do 3.5. A lot of smoke. She's running a little bit better. Whoa. Alright, I'm gonna try to adjust it to 2 turns. I'm gonna bring it back in, see if that does anything. Alright, I'm about to shoot hell of smoke into this car right now. Alright, come on, baby. Ah. Alright everybody, we made it to the warehouse safe and sound. If you guys watched the GoPro footage, You guys probably heard the bike dying, giving out, and all that kind of stuff. I actually, when we left the house, I had the air-fuel mixture ratio to 2.5 turns out. And then every 20 minutes I would stop, and actually not every 20 minutes, every 10 minutes, or no, every 5 minutes actually, I just pulled over and I gave it a quarter. So I went from 2.5 all the way to 4.25. And anything more than a 4.25, like the screw was already getting loose, so that's kind of sketch. So I actually went back down to 2.5, made it to the warehouse. 2.5 actually sounds a little bit better today. Last night I actually had at 4, and it was running a little bit better. Maybe 4 runs better in the cold, and 2.5 turns out runs better in warmer weather. I don't know. What do you guys think? If you guys are experienced with bikes and carbs like this, let me know down in the comments below. What should I run at? Everyone tells me to run it at 3, but 3 is not running that well. But I'm starting to think it's not my air fuel mixture. I'm thinking it might be my carbs. So there might be some gunk buildup in these float bowls, the float bowls, and I might have a vacuum leak. I already checked to see if I have a vacuum leak, but I'm gonna triple check this time. So 2 things, I could either have a vacuum leak or I have some gunk in here. So we are going to take out the carburetor, clean it, put it back, and see if she runs any better. First thing we're gonna do is take off the seat so that we can get access to the bolt that holds down the tank. So all you gotta do is yeet, and it comes off. Just kidding, guys. So normally we got 2 Allen bolts right here, one on this side, one on this side, that holds the seat down. I don't have it on because this is like my 20th time taking off the seat, so I just leave it off. There's this big old bolt right here that holds down the tank. All right, let's take this shit out. Oops. Stay. Before you guys take off the tank, make sure you guys shut off your fuel with this petcock right here. That's what they call it, a petcock, or in other terms, fuel cutoff valve. So I have it on off, and inside there is a Phillips. Unscrew it, and then this should come off. Because if you try to take the tank with this valve still on, it's gonna hit the frame of the bike, and you're gonna either break it or just leak gas everywhere. That's what happened to me when I first tried to take off the tank. So definitely learned a lesson. You're gonna need 2 hands in order to take this out, but I ain't a bitch. Yep. Oh, there you go. All right, this is the fuel filter. This line goes up to the tank. Make sure we take this out. There you go. All right, guys, I think this one right here is the breather line for the gas tank. It runs underneath. Once we pull up the gas tank, you guys should be able to see it. We're gonna have to take that out before the tank comes out. Right here. Ooh, out. Alright guys, right here we got the carb. Oh, fuck, I'm leaking gas. Right here we got the carb. Let's open up the flow bowl. There's one on each carb. This is a dual carb. Let's open it up, inspect the jets, inspect the whole area to see if there's any gunk in there. And yeah, let's do it. think this one's good. Alright guys, so here's the diaphragm. Just looked at it. No cracks, pinholes, no nothing. These are actually in pretty good condition. I think there's some gunk down there. So we're gonna hit it with this carb spray, carb cleaner. And then I also got the air hose. And I'm just gonna spray it in there, blast it out real quick, clear up all the gunk, and then we can put everything back together, throw it in the bike, and then see if we did anything. Oh, we also gotta clean these as well. So we're gonna spray some carb cleaner in this, in the jets, and then we're gonna hit it with air hose. Hopefully we get everything out. But after looking at the float bowl, there's really no gunk in here. It's pretty clean. So I think my problem with the throttle and the idle and the exhaust popping is somewhere else. I don't think it's in the carb. Oh, my face. Oh. What are you doing back there, Emmy? No?
You better not put that in! Hey, Boo, I'm gonna cancel it. You better put that in! That's fucked up! Ah, look at Emmy, she's laughing!
Alright, everything is put back together. I think. Let's double check. I mean, we only took out this, and the float bowl. Yeah, everything looks good. Yep, everything looks good. Doesn't look clogged to me. Let's put it back. Alright guys, everything is back together. Shane was just here a minute ago and he was like, have you ever tried running the air fuel screw at like one turns or even all the way closed? Haven't tried that yet. Everybody on the forums and all my buddies say run it at 3. 3 hasn't been working, so we're gonna try running it at 0. So I'm gonna tighten that screw all the way in, the air fuel mixture screw, all the way in, see how that is, adjust it to 1, and then see how that is, and if that doesn't work, then we're just gonna have to end the video right here, and I'm gonna have to do some more research because I don't know what's going on. So let's close it up all the way. Over here on this side, let's close it up all the way. All right, it's running like shit. I'm gonna give it half, 1, half, 1. All right, she's idling a little bit better, no pops, or the pop just stopped as soon as I adjusted. But I don't have an issue with the idling. My main issue is actually riding the bike, driving it over 20 miles per hour. So I'm gonna take her around the plaza, around the parking lot, and see how she performs. So far so good. God damn it guys, I had to take her apart again. So today's the next day, and I got some good news and I got some bad news. After playing with the air fuel mixture last night, still no good. But I do have some good news. Good news is I stayed up till 3 a.m. last night doing a ton of research, and I found some answers. So there's going to be 3 things we're going to be doing in the next video. We're going to end the video right here because it's already way too long. But the 3 things we're going to do in the next video is, or 4 things. Yeah, let's say 4 things. One, we're gonna pick up a voltage meter. 2, we're gonna test the battery. 3, we're gonna test this thing that's called a stator, which is basically like a distributor on a car. And number 4, we're gonna test the timing, or we're gonna look at the timing to see if it's off. So let me show you guys what that looks like. All right, so step number 1, once we have the voltmeter, we're gonna go over to the battery, which is under this cover. We are going to expose the battery, and then we are going to test the battery with the voltage meter. If it's a good battery, then good. If it's a bad battery, we're gonna swap it out. And once we swap it out, we're gonna test the bike to see if she runs any better. Step number 2, we are gonna go onto the left side of the bike, and right here I have the connection already disconnected, but this is the connection to the stator, which basically works like a car's distributor. It sends sparks to your spark plug and it fires, and that's how you get, you know, ignition to your spark plugs. So right here, once we have the voltage meter, we are going to test every single one of these pins to see if it's any good. If it's not good, we're going to go over to this cover right here, take it out. If it's all gunked up, we're going to clean it, put the cover back on, test it again. If it's still no good, then we're going to have to replace this. I already ordered the part online, but it says it's going to be delivered maybe like in a week or 2. Tomorrow's already the weekend. I usually vlog on the weekends, so we're probably not gonna have this part by tomorrow. So at least we're getting somewhere. Honestly, if we find out that this is a bad part, then that's gonna make me super happy, because at least we are getting some answers. But that's number 2 right there. Number 3 on the list, which is going to be a little bit more complicated, we are going to have to go underneath the valve cover and check the timing. I'm not too sure how to do that yet, so I'm gonna have to watch a couple videos before we start that. That is the plan for the next video. I hope after doing whatever we gotta do next, we'll fix the bike. I cannot wait to get this bike running. One day we're gonna look back, we're gonna look at this fully built bike, and we're gonna be like, damn, we went through some shit to get this thing running. I can already imagine with my big ass handlebars, my apes, 12-inch apes, whatever. Man, it's gonna be so sick. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and really hope you guys stick around long enough to see me finish this build. But yeah guys, wish me luck for the next video. Hopefully we get it running. Please, I hope we get this thing running. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.